Vancouver is full of comedy shows, and many have one thing in common: booze. The events are hosted at bars, and audiences are regularly tipping them back. But one man is trying to change that by launching a new alcohol-free comedy show to support people who are going through recovery. Conor Levesque is a comedian and founder of the By the Hour Comedy, and he joins us now. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me.
So, what's been your experience up on stage and maybe just in the crowd when people are tipping them back at a comedy show?
I've been in recovery for close to 4 years now, and there's a saying in a lot of recovery circles that if you hang out in a barbershop long enough, you're going to get a haircut, you know, and so that's been my experience with, I feel strong in my recovery, but like being surrounded by alcohol all the time, and it just becomes a trigger, and I wanted to create a safe place where other people can come and enjoy comedy in an environment that's not typically a bar or a club. Yeah.
So how does By the Hour Comedy work now?
By the Hour Comedy is, we've been graciously accepted a sponsorship from Nani non-alcoholic beer, so they have been a huge help with us. We're basically, the whole entire premise of this thing is to ask the community for help and see how we can help the community back.
Yeah.
Like we were talking to Together We Can treatment centers today, and it works by being of service to others and allowing ourselves to be helped by the other.
And when it comes to service, what sort of service do you get for perhaps yourself and for others when it comes to comedy, going through your journey with recovery?
I guess at the end of the day, I stay sober.
Yeah.
You know, that's the whole, I think what my recovery kind of boils down to is if I help other people get sober or maintain sobriety, I get that in return. And that's kind of like the secret formula of it. Yeah.
And how important is comedy in there and humor?
It's like, we have to be, like, it's you know, I've heard people say, like, how are you going to laugh at all this comedy if you're not drinking? And it's like, it's when you're in sobriety, like it releases this like jovialness. Is that a word? Jovialness?
Sure.
Okay.
It is now. Joviality, but that's okay.
Yeah. But people who find sobriety after living usually a life in like in heck, HE double hockey sticks, usually find so much zest for life and are ready to laugh, and it's very beneficial.
Part of the treatment almost.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's looking back at that tragedy and creating laughter out of it,
And lastly, we appreciate your time. For people who are interested in coming, perhaps getting up on stage, or wanting to be in the crowd booze-free, when and where?
When and where is, it's called the Well Studios. It's outside of, or it's inside the City Center Motel on Main Street. It's the City Center Artist Lodge now, so it's not a motel. It's turned into artist lodges, and you can catch us there every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Yeah, and we are always looking for help from local businesses and stuff like that. Like, we do a raffle every week, we want to support local businesses. We want to support. And comedians, too. Great. If you're a comedian, let us know. Yeah.
We like to laugh.
Yeah.
Conor Levesque, we really appreciate your time. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much. Yeah, appreciate it.